I think the key takeaway for me, particularly for packaging, is for us it's a supporting role and we need to keep that in mind. And when it comes to the messaging on packaging, there's times in the past where we've tried to do too much, and that's not really what it's about. It's really about leaving the consumer with something as a reminder of whatever else is happening in store that's bigger than itself. So it's really, I think, about being a support function, keeping in mind its role in the larger campaigns and integrating it with whatever is going on. Well, packaging for us, I think, first and foremost, really needs to meet our operational needs. That's just something that we need to keep in mind, and it's striking that balance between what's happening graphically, where you want to have a lot of fun and make a big splash, but order accuracy is so important, and at those busy times of the restaurants, with all these different foods and orders being fulfilled, that's where you really need to strike the balance between both so that the customer's journey through it and feedback is a positive one. What we do want to avoid are those negative experiences for them to get either the wrong food or it's messily wrapped up. We don't want any of that going on. So I think it's important for us to strike that balance of what needs to happen operationally and then what we want to do from a marketing standpoint. We take all input from our customers very seriously. I spoke earlier about our fan truths. We call our customers our fans. And so if we're getting negative feedback from them, it's something that we definitely talk about as a team and try to work through what potential solutions could be if there are any. It's, a challenge to kind of filter through those that might just be complaining to complain. Those folks are out there, but usually there's a nugget of truth in everything that is out there, and we definitely take it all seriously and really consider it and look for solutions. The Minecraft program was something that we definitely hoped for as we were planning for it, but being the first initiative where we did both an adult Happy Meal and a kids Happy Meal at the same time in a global way, that was the first time we were really going out there that big and for multiple segments. And so that was something that has hit really well and done very well for us. As I reported in my talk, that we sold out within, I think, 2 weeks of the program, and it was supposed to be a 4-week program. So there's just a high demand for the collectibles, of course, but I think people really lean into the whole experience. The unwrapping, the unboxing. I showed a couple of videos of kids out there doing their own unboxing and their own content. And that's something that we really count on, definitely. We know that that's how they like to roll, and we lean into it. Why not? And we enjoyed as much watching them do it and come up with their own things as much as we do have creating it. I just love coming to meet people outside of my realm. I get so tunnelly focused on my work, which I love, but it doesn't leave a lot of time for just meeting others in the industry and having conversations of what challenges they may be facing or what successes they may be facing, and is there anything I can learn from that? And just in general, I think that the packaging world runs kind of small in general, and so it's always good to know who's out there, as well as if I'm recruiting for a new role or one of my colleagues, current or former, are looking for somebody. I think it's just good to know the industry and people and just stay relevant with people as well as the technology. I love the size of this. I was talking with somebody earlier today about that very thing, because it's not too big but not too small. I think if it's too small, there's a bit of scrutiny and kind of everybody watching, and if it's too big, it's too much for me. So I just love the format of this being the right size, the right amount of breakouts that get a little bit smaller. I think that having the expo, but not too much of an expo, is something digestible for people to take in, and you can opt in and out of what you want and what you need, or you can casually just sit down and have a conversation and lunch with somebody too. And I think that's all in one place, and it's just, you feel kind of the buzz and energy about it without being too much. And I really love that.